Hey lovely Simlies, it's Deligracy here with another speed build, and this is going to be a modern family home, contemporary home, just like the last one, but different I guess. Very different roof line. We make use of curvy roofs in this, or circular ones, which you can probably tell from the thumbnail, but I had a lot of fun. And basically, I've done something a little different. You would have just seen. I've actually skipped ahead in the video to after the basic shape of the house has been built. I don't know if you guys are gonna be annoyed that I've done that. Like, would you rather see the whole build from start to finish? But the reason why I did do that is because it would have been like, I don't know, a 40 to an hour build, speed build otherwise, because it just takes a long time getting that general idea of the shape of the house done. There's a lot of going backwards and forwards. So that's why I did that. If you guys would rather me split the video into two so you can see the whole part of it, like that whole building process, just let me know in the comments down below. I'm actually generally interested to know. But for this one, that's what I've done, kind of cut forward, because I wanted to show you the roofing in this. I think the new features that The Sims 4 brings in terms of roofing is really, really cool. I love roofing in The Sims 4. It's so fun, it's so easy, and you can be really creative with it. And one of the best things about it is that you can actually layer roofs. So even though we don't have move objects for layering furniture, we do get to layer roofs on top of one another. So it's a really fun thing to play around with, to get creative with. And yeah, as you can see here, we're layering one of the roofs to give it a bit more shape. It's got, I don't know, it looks a bit more dynamic, I suppose, so I quite liked that. And just playing around with merging curved roofs with angular roofs. So you can tell I've taken a bit of inspiration from the surrounding houses in Oasis Springs for this second roof, how it kind of meets in the middle and then rises up to the other side. So that's what we've done there. Now, skipping into furnishing, we have a lounge room that you walk straight into, which is pretty cool. And I wanted to have a fireplace in the lounge room, but above the lounge room is actually the main bedroom's decking. So it's like a private balcony area for the parentals or the owners of the home. Potentially an elderly couple maybe who have extra rooms for the family come to stay or something like that. But yeah, I wanted the fireplace from the downstairs to have a fake chimney, so I'm building up a chimney and then putting the roof decor chimney on top of it to make it look a bit more realistic. But I wanted it to join up with an outdoor fireplace. So that's what we're doing here. We're trying to figure out where the best orientation is. Originally, I was going to put it on the back of the house, but in the end, the side worked out quite well, I think. So we just move it over a couple of spots. I was like, we could do a 1x3 fireplace, but the 1x3 fireplace available isn't actually that. It didn't really suit the house. It's a nice fireplace, but not for this build. So we make it a 2x1 instead. Fixing up the roof there again, just having a play around with it. And I do love those extra little pieces on top of the roofing. The roofing on the roofing, that's a lot of fun. Lots of pillars in this build as well. The overall aesthetic of it is very contemporary, but at the same time, it has a bit of a, I don't know, it's weird to say it or describe it as a beachy feel or a beach kind of theme about the house, because it's in Oasis Springs, which is not a beachy world at all. But I don't know, I feel like this could be a beach house. Like if there was a sunlit tides in The Sims 4, I feel like it would work really well there. I don't know, because I guess whenever I see roofs, it reminds me of my like curved roofs. It reminds me of houses near the beach, because I live near the beach and there's houses with little curved roofs around here. I don't know. I'm sure there's curved roofed houses all over the place though, in places that aren't beachy, but that's just me. This front entrance, we did make use of a foundation underneath the house, so we need some stairs going up. Luckily, it's super duper easy to move the house around the lot. It's really fun to choose what size walls you want to have. I've realized I've started a pattern in my builds where I always have, I love high ceilings. High ceilings I just rate so highly. My future house is definitely going to have like a high ceiling with probably vaulted beams or something like that. That's my dream. So I love high ceilings. So often my contemporary houses in The Sims 4 have high ceilings, but then the level above them, the second level, I always make the shortest one. I I don't know. It's just something I've realized I've been doing. I think otherwise if you do 2 lots of high ceilings, the build looks like huge, like massive. So that's why we've done that. I really like this wallpaper at the front. It's like a rendered brick that's broken down a bit. It gives the illusion of sandstone a little bit, and I thought that tied in nicely with the, what do you call them? Weatherboards? Weatherboards? Yeah, or paneling. It's quite nice. And the interior is actually going to be, while the outside of the house is very sand looking in terms of its color scheme, very sandy, the interior makes use of a lot of light pastel colors. I think the last build I did was a bit darker, so we actually make use of pastel blues, peaches, and then this really vibrant watermelon pink as well, which I thought was pretty cool. Just changing up. I feel very restricted in The Sims 4 in terms of interiors, obviously in comparison to The Sims 3, where you can go with any color or pattern you really dream of. Of course, they took that out of the game so The Sims 4 could run really smoothly. The Sims 3 really lags a lot because of creator style, so I understand why they did it. But I have to say, I'm feeling very, very restricted as a builder to actually, I don't know, this is like the 5th build I've done. I obviously haven't published all of my builds to my channel. I haven't recorded them all because I've done some building in my own time. But I'm really starting to feel already after my 5th build that I'm very limited in the colors I can use in the interior. So I reckon the next house I do is going to be something really Victorian where I can use lots of fancy furniture because I haven't actually done that yet. I'm definitely a fan of contemporary houses and it's what I really like to build. So moving into the kitchen here, I've jumped ahead because this kitchen we end up completely changing. It was cool looking. I like the industrial look about it, but then I remembered that I used these counters in the last build I did, so I thought we'd change it up a little bit, and also the pastel colors in this house. I mean, you could totally put this kitchen with the color scheme that was in there that I've used, but it was very, very industrial looking. I wanted this house to be a little bit more not industrial, like, I don't know. What's the opposite to industrial? Fluffy? A bit more fluffy? I don't know. But we do change it up in a second for that reason that I'm obviously finding very difficult to articulate what I mean. But anyway, I also enjoyed sectioning off where the fridge is with a wall. I like a lot of sectional walls in this. And of course, we're jumping through the lighting. The keyboard command to change the lighting in your house is L, so you can go from morning to afternoon, evening and nighttime, I think, or like late afternoon, evening, night, something like that, which is cool. So you get to see a lot of different things. I have been working, I've just realized the screen I'm using for The Sims 4, like the monitor, I've realized it's quite dark for the game. So I'm actually, like, now I've edited the video on my iMac. That's what I do. I record on PC and then I take it over to my iMac. And when I put it on my iMac, it's like so much easier to see all the colors. So it actually looks quite different on my other computer. I think I need to, I don't think I can lighten the monitor anymore. So I don't know, in the comments down below, can you guys let me know, have you been finding The Sims 4 to be a darker game than usual? Like in terms of the colors, I don't know. It's probably just my monitor, but I feel like it's really, really dark all the time when I play it. So I'm going to have to fix that up, I think, somehow. But anyways, working on the kitchen here, we put pastel blue around the place. We get some blue counters. Those were like way too blue, but we go with I like to think that would be a stone top, but it doesn't look stone. I think I need to get, it would have been really good had these plain counters had more than just plain colors on top of them. I would have liked some timber options. I would have liked some stone looking options. I guess you could call these stone as well, but to me they look like the cheaper countertop. So not really made out of a stone material. I had this idea of putting the dining table up against the bench area, but in the end didn't go with that. But that would have been cool. I kind of wish I did that now. But oh well. Another time we can try that. And yeah, just putting in dining table. We try a few different dining tables, and in the end we go with mismatched chairs. I do love these chairs in The Sims 4. Can't remember if I used them in the last build we did, but I really, really like them. I like them a lot. And they looked kind of cool with these swivel chairs as well. So I was thinking about that, but in the end we moved the kitchen back a bit and we put this big table in, and yeah, I like this one better. I think it works kind of well. Playing around with the carpets here, we end up mismatching a whole heap of carpets, and they look really cool together. I like how the different colors complement each other, and there's a lot of contrast going on. That's pretty cool, and I love that vase that's on the table. It's really pretty. Thought about putting a cutesy tree behind there, but in the end I was like, nah, a little bit too cutesy. So that goes in one of the kids' bedrooms later. Sticking a lamp in, a plain one, and I couldn't find a carpet to go here, and I was getting really, really frustrated. I remember being like, oh, why can't I find a carpet at this point? But in the end, we used just floor tile carpets, which you'll see in a second after we go through a million different things. So here we are, just putting a plain carpet straight in. Never forget that you can use floor tiles as carpeting if you don't like the carpets available, as a little tip. That's probably pretty obvious already. This lounge room is very simple. It's got your nice modern furniture. We've got one blue couch, 2 white couches, and I was trying to figure out what coffee table I wanted and figured out that this one wasn't really contemporary enough. And then this one, it was really cool. The last swatch option actually has a bluish glass, and I was like, yes, I love bluish glass or tinted blue glass. So cool. So we had to go with that. This carpet's really nice as well. I like these colors, the stripes. I thought they complemented the color scheme nicely. I mean, when you're working with pastels, you have to be careful that's not all washed out kind of thing. So this carpet really brings something rich to the room, which I like. Tried putting lockers in as storage. Lockers in houses as storage, like old metal vintage lockers, I think is a really cool idea. But in the end, we just get some of the cupboards from the kitchen, bring them right down to the bottom of the wall to make it a TV cabinet area. And I loved this plant that looked a little bit too oversized, scaled up, so we do get rid of that in a second. But yeah, I like that plant. I don't think I've noticed that plant before, actually, so that was cool. Nice blue lamp there to complement the blues in the room also. And do we leave that mirror there? I don't think we do. I think we actually put in an oversized cabinet. This lamp, by the way, the pinky one, looks really beautiful oversized. Didn't really go with this interior though, so I got rid of it. But for a more posh kind of house, I think that would be pretty cool to put in there. One thing I am struggling with a little bit is finding enough objects to put on these shelves here. It's just the base game, The Sims 4, there's no expansions yet. Obviously, it's not expected for them to have heaps of items yet, but I'm looking forward to The Sims 4 when it releases more expansions or more content, having more items to put onto shelves, because it is a bit of a struggle at the moment. Missing Bite a Bug for finding lots of random little Duvalakis to decorate with, so we end up getting rid of the shelves entirely, the double shelves, because there just wasn't enough objects there. Loving the bright pink monkey bars in the backyard, the magenta, and that little garden hose, probably one of my favorite objects in The Sims 4. I love it. Almost forgot a kitchen bin as well, and oh no, I just remembered there's no fire alarm in here. So if you do want to download this build, which will be on the gallery, just search for Deligracy. I recently changed my name, my origin ID from DUSEM09 to Deligracy, so I think a few of you are confused on how to find me. But just search Deligracy now, should make more sense. But Sims 3, for Sims 3 content, it's still DUSEM09, DUSEM09, or M09 rather. But anyway, enough of that. You don't have to download this at all. Only if you feel like it. But yeah, stick a fire alarm thing in the kitchen, because I remembered there's not one in here, and I don't want your Sims to die and me be responsible, because that would be an absolute crisis. It really would be. Very sad. So yeah. Oh, in my LP actually, a couple of my Sims like started a fire. I think that part will come out tomorrow actually, because it's been pre-recorded, but they start a fire and I had a total freak out because I didn't know like I couldn't call the firemen, and I didn't know if the fire alarm would work or whatever. I was like, oh my God. Well, you can wait and find out and see what happens. Putting some daisies on the wall. This area is like a studio, I guess. And I love the little garden outside. It's like a little cactus garden. If you follow me on Instagram, you may have noticed I have this new obsession with cactus plants. Like, I love cactus plants. What I did is I bought one from Bunnings Warehouse, which in Australia is just like a building store, I guess, with lots of outdoor plants. And I bought this cactus, which was like a long cactus, and then it has this bulbous flowery head on it, and it just looked like a wig. So I actually glued like eyes onto it, and I know I sound a bit like I'm a bit weird like that, but anyway, it's the cutest thing ever. So I have a new obsession with cactus plants. Yeah, they're pretty cute. Doing the upstairs bathroom, moving on, and the orientation of the bathroom is a bit weird. I really wanted a bath and a shower, and then I realized that I could actually fit in a separate bath and a separate shower. In the end, I really like it. I love that really vibrant blue against that light pastel peachy color or apricot color. I think it's a little bit different. I haven't seen those two colors together for a long time, so I enjoyed experimenting with that. Definitely not having creator style has made me have to try a little bit harder to make colors go. I mean, it'll either do one of two things. It'll either just make you match everything, so it'll come up with stuff that isn't that interesting, or if you think really, really hard about it, you'll start discovering some interesting color schemes that go together. At least that's what I've found. So there's a positive. It does challenge you a bit, I guess. Loving the massive unicorn teddy bear. I want that in real life. Can you imagine hugging that thing in bed? It would be sick. You could like wrap your entire body around it. Oh, so snug. So snug. Yeah, this bedroom was really frustrating me. Square bedrooms are not fun to work with. They just avoid them at all costs while building, because it's just a nightmare to put things together. We end up having to have the bed in the middle, a desk on one side, and then the bedside table on the other side, which isn't ideal in my opinion, but you know, it kind of works. Putting in some blinds there. And it's a very, very pink girls' room, but you'll be pleased to know the other bedroom isn't as pink. We did just quickly put in a blue wall there to cool down those warm pink colors, because it was like, oh my gosh, so much pink. Crazy, crazy pink. And here we are, blue and apricot in this girl's room. Maybe a teen girl's room. She's, I don't know. She's not quite as girly. There's a soccer lamp there. She's got more edgy posters around the room. It's just a little bit more versatile, I guess. Putting in a mirror and a wardrobe. Also, I haven't figured out how to set different clothes. Like, apparently you can have multiple clothes for different genres. So your everyday clothes for Sims, you can have more than one outfit, and then they'll just randomly change into their different everyday outfits. I haven't figured out how to do that yet. If anyone knows, that would be really handy. Because I just don't know. Maybe I'm just being derpy, but I have not figured it out yet for myself. There is an outdoor balcony for the kids to play on as well. And putting a nice, long, generous painting here. I love putting lights above paintings in The Sims 4. There's some really nice light fittings in this, which I really like. And putting in some circular rugs, just layering them. And I think I nearly put in a gaming table here, but in the end, I thought maybe this family's quite fit, so they'd have a treadmill with a pot plant and some other thing in the corner. Oh yeah, like a stereo, so they can pump some tunes while on the treadmill, get all pumped up. Which reminds me, I haven't been to the gym for like 2 weeks, which is not good. I need to go back. Yeah. Moving on to the parental suite. So from the stairway area, you walk into this little office area. And I thought it was kind of cool to make it a bit of a his and hers area. You could maybe change the colors up to make his and his or hers and hers if you wanted to. But this is very like black and purple boy girl looking at the moment. But I liked the idea of the couple sharing this space to work in. So maybe they both work from home, maybe they're both into programming or something like that. Maybe that's how they've been successful to live in this house. Quite liked that. And then this master bedroom has the blue and peach colors again, with little pastel blue side tables, which I thought was really cute. Goes with the wall really nicely and the bed, so we got lucky with that one. Sometimes it's hard with the doona covers and beds to get something that matches nicely, I guess. Putting in some circular rugs, and of course they need to have a wardrobe there. Nice big generous wardrobe. Putting in some paintings, pot plants, and finally doing their outdoor area. I know the bathroom I actually forgot to do until I was taking the screenshots, but don't worry, there is a fully furnished bathroom. If you do want to download it, it's all fully furnished. I just forgot to do it. And then when I got to the screenshots, I was like, oh, I totally forgot to do that. So my bad. During the kids' outdoor area as well, there's a skill area too. So we've put an easel there that you could put a telescope or whatever if you wanted. And then this nice coffee table with a plant on it. Very nice. I love the pot plant scaled up in the corner there. One of my favorites. But moving into the screenshots, here is the exterior. It's very shapely. We've got the lounge room, and I love those colors in it. It's very vibrant indeed. I love this shot looking down the windowed corridor, which was inspired by Zeus's house. If you know critic Zeus, a friend of mine and James's, James from the Sim Supply, because he's got an epic house which has a walkway like that, and I loved it. The girls' room. And moving on to oh no, we're still in the girls' room, which is okay. It's very pink, but I love the bathroom. I love these blue colors. It's pretty cool. Although I did get that peach wall into it. I love blue and peach. Love it. Then the other girls' room, the sisters' room, I suppose. The joint office area for the adults and their bedroom coming up as well. Those circular rugs. Nice soft colours, very relaxing. And I used some fencing here around their ensuite bathroom. So that's what it looks like. And there's a random bookshelf here. Don't worry, that got deleted as well. And the outdoor area too. But thank you so much for watching, guys. Let me know if you enjoyed this video. And I hope you're having a lovely morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you are. And I'll speak to you soon.